Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel Soul Journey. My name is Becca Himza, and today I am doing a moving update. For those of you who are following my personal journey, I have posted a few videos talking about the fact that I am moving to Hawaii, that I've been going through a breakup, and just a lot is happening. And like you all know who have been following me for a long time, I like to be vulnerable on here. I'm a part of Soul Journey, is talking about my soul journey. And, that's not always channeling. That's not always, the fun, flashy stuff. It's the journey of choosing to take ownership of your journey. And that is what I'm leaning into right now. And that can be scary. That can be intense. And I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I've really come to recently, which is that pain is something that happens in life. It's part of duality, but suffering comes from being in resistance to whatever's happening. I've noticed that when I am in full trust and when I am in non-resistance to the path that I'm on, what's coming in for me, I'm in joy. I am in peace. The suffering comes in when I'm resisting the path, when I'm resisting what's coming through for me or what's being released from me. And I think that's really important because so much of what's going on the planet right now, people would say that they're suffering. That things are really tough right now. But what I've noticed from my own experience and talking to my soul family and others is that the people who are trusting that everything's happening for a reason, that the path is, things are always working out for them, they're enjoying the workout, right? They're enjoying this wave. They're riding the wave. It's the people who believe something's going wrong, that things aren't shifting purposefully, that are suffering. And so in my personal experience, I can see this reflecting very deeply in my own life. And I recognize when I'm in that state, things are crunchy. Things don't work out well. I get in arguments. Things just don't flow very well. And when I'm in flow and I'm in trust, things just work out. And some people might be like, oh, that's just like luck. No, like it's consistent. And that's because when you're in non-resistance, what's meant for you can come through. You're in a higher vibration, so you're going to attract higher vibrational experiences. And that's the thing, it can be so scary to trust that journey because so many of us growing up learned that people don't have our best interest at heart, that things don't work out for us. But that's not how the universe works. The universe is a very fair friend. It's a reflection of our vibration. That's it. So if we are conscious of our vibration, it will always, and it always is assisting us, but it will assist us towards what feels good, assist us towards our highest good. And that's what I'm realizing. And so, of course, on a day-to-day, I have to remember this because we have tendencies to be in mistrust, to be in fear mode, to be untrusting of what's coming through for us, that, the universe always has our back, that the universe is always bringing us to where we want to be. And that's so clear for me in my life right now. So I know that's like a huge part of the journey. Like my biggest pain and suffering is coming from the fact that I am resisting this move because of things I'm letting go here. Big things. And these are things that like I've been told by spirit that will work themselves out, but because my 3D mind can't see it yet, I'm in such resistance. And then I think about the fact that like as soon as I leave here, everything in my life is like amazing. Like the universe is taking care of me in ways that like I cannot believe, like, everything is working out. It's it's unbelievable. And I want to show that to you. Like, I don't want to go into all of those things right now because obviously I want to show you as they come. But like, everything I could dream of is right around that corner, and it's working out. I see it working out. And yet I'm suffering because I'm resisting the fact that things that I thought were coming forward with me might be being removed. Might be. That's the thing. It's like a might be. Because I've also been guided by Spirit to believe that it's not what it seems. So like, I'm causing my own suffering. And I mean, obviously self-judgments like doesn't help, but I keep kicking myself because I'm like, how am I still in so much resistance? 555. Why am I resisting moving into something that is literally like the most glorious? As an example, and I did want to keep you guys posted on this piece because I know some of you commented on it and were like concerned about my animals, because in a previous video I'd mentioned that I had to rehome all my animals and that was really something that was really weighing on me heavily for me and them, because I needed to do what felt best for me because I'm in a fairly toxic situation right now. And that was really hard. And there were people who were like, it'll all work out for you. And then there was people who were like, how dare you, not take care of your animals? Like, this is your responsibility. And personally, I believe part of the responsibility of having animals is recognizing what's going to be best for them. And I've recognized that my animals have been getting stressed because of this situation. They're very sensitive. And some of my cats, who usually do not care about anything, they're super chill, are getting stressed in the house and are becoming timid. And I'm like, this is not okay. So I was recognizing that, like, not even for my own selfish reasons do I need to like move these animals to places that feel better, whether that's with me or not. I was recognizing it was for their own mental health as well. And so some people were like making things like, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm sensing you're not going to find homes for your animals and all this stuff. And I was just like, I am not taking on that energy. Like, no. Like, I create my reality. Don't be bringing, what is that? So I wanted to update and let them know, first of all, that's not true. That's not what happened. So maybe you need to check your intuition, because like, you're just spreading negativity, because I create my reality. Like, you should be empowering people to create their reality. So just, to that person. Anyway, I have been so blessed with, I can't even tell you. So I was in so much distress about this. And then one day I was just like, universe, find them homes. And over the next few days, I just had intuition after intuition about the people I should ask for very specific animals. And like 80% of those people, the first person I asked was like, yes, I love that. And they were even more appropriate for those animals than I even realized. And it was like mind-blowing. So I wanted to tell you about my cats, because that was the most distressing part for me, because they are my babies, and all the other animals don't really care as much. Like, they're, like either reptiles or animals that are just not as like, they don't really care as much like who's taking care of them. But the cats are extremely sensitive, and that was really distressing for me. And just the fact that I was gonna have to give them up just was really distressing. Anyway, so I was in the shower, and all of a sudden it dawned on me to ask my neighbor. She had literally just told me she was looking to get a couple kittens, and I was like, ask her, just go, like, that's it. And I had this overwhelming peace come over me, and I was like, whoa. So I went over and I asked if she would be willing to take 2 of my cats. So I'm responsible for 3 of the 6 cats. The other 3 are my ex-partners. So I don't really have any, I don't get to say if I keep them or not. So anyway, I asked her to take my 2 youngest, Isis and Hathor. And she was like, absolutely. Absolutely. And also, if you ever want them back, they are yours. If you in a year say, I can bring them to Hawaii now, you absolutely can have them back. And I was like, oh my God. So that was like a weight off my chest, but I still had Sekhmet, who I was working on accepting the fact that I might want to give her to my ex-partner because she's very bonded to their father, the cat's real father, which is one of my ex-partner's cats. They are bonded, and I was really struggling because Sekhmet's like my baby, and my ex-partner was not being helpful with that. Let me put it that way. He didn't want to say I could have it, have that same like, oh, if I need to get her, like I can come get her. He's like, I don't, drama. So I was really struggling with that. And then out of nowhere, he just told me he wasn't taking her. And I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to rehome her separately. That's awful. And so I had just was telling my neighbor, because we're really good friends, like I was like, God, what am I going to do with Sekhmet? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, Sekhmet can come here. I will take her. And I was like, you're going to take 3 of my cats? And she's like, yeah. She's like, what's another cat? She's like, I've had 3 cats before. And I was like, 11. And I was just blown away by the universe's providing for me. And so she was willing to take on all of them, and we're now just saying that she's just holding them for me. Essentially, we're planning on having them come out to Hawaii. And she's like, I'm just gonna be the auntie, and they're just gonna come visit me, and it's gonna be amazing. And I was like, so I'm not even having to rehome my cats. They're just going to an amazing person. And I am just so excited. So I wanted to update all of this as an example, but I did bring them to her house yesterday because I am now done resisting. I have been pushing this because I've wanted things to shift, I've wanted things to change, and I'm recognizing my suffering is coming from the fact that I am not accepting what is being given to me and what's being released from my life. Because it's so easy to get attached to things that are comfortable, even if they're toxic. The comfort zone. And I need to love myself more and remove myself from that situation. And just trust that everything's being taken care of. My best friend Marielle said something to me the other day that really was poignant. I said something about like, other than this situation, everything's working out for me. And she's like, how is that even possible? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, vibrationally, that wouldn't make sense. How is everything else working out for you, but this one situation is wrong? And I was like, oh yeah. Like, why would that be the case? She's like, no, everything is working out for you. You just don't see yet how this piece is also perfect. And I was like, right? It's the mistrust. It's not that it's not working out for me. It's that I'm not trusting that these pieces, even though they seem wrong or off, are working out for me, because everything is working out for me. So when I'm in that state, like I said, things just work out. I get the inspiration from source to ask the right people, to pack the right things, to release the right things. Like, it's all working out. And my resistance is the paddling upstream. Because like Abraham says, everything you want is downstream. And it's true. It's absolutely true. And I've known that, but like also what Abraham says, words don't teach, life does. And I can know this all day long, but until I integrate that, until I own that and actually do the work. And the funny thing is, doing the work is releasing the work, right? Like, doing the work is the releasing control. Is actually just letting it happen for you. Because then it does. The inspirations come through, the motivation comes through. Everything comes through. And when you're in that, there is deep ease in the journey. And it's actually quite enjoyable. Like, I don't know if this resonates for anyone else, but I think of it as like sledding, right? Like, sledding can be kind of scary. Like, if you're going down a fast hill and you're like, ah, like, or a roller coaster or whatever, like, it's the same experience. And you can either freak out and cause you a lot of trauma, or you can enjoy the ride, even if it's scary, and go like, wow, like, yeah. It's not really about the situation. It's about how you're choosing to respond to it. And of course, we are creating our own reality. And the fact is that sometimes what we deeply desire to come through for us is coming through, but because it's not coming in the exact way we want it to come through, or we're not seeing it coming through, right? So how many times have you been wanting to manifest something? You're like, it's not working because it doesn't look like it's working out. And then it does come through exactly how you wanted, but you had to take a different path than you thought, right? But that aside, because the journey's not looking the way you want, you're resisting. You're like, because this has to be wrong, because I want this other thing. And this couldn't possibly be the path to this other thing. So you resist and you resist and you resist, and you could potentially never get there because you're in such resistance to it. So because the universe knows what's for your highest good, what you deeply desire, and it's trying to take you there with the least resistance. Because there's infinite realities, there are infinite possibilities, and it can take you to where you want. Abraham says, if you're able to desire it, you are able to manifest it. And they mean that very literally. And so oftentimes we are resisting the unknown path because we don't trust that it's actually getting us where we need to be. So we end up in a lot of other weird places because vibrationally we aren't a match to what we want. We're a match to feeling like there's a lack of it. And this is my lesson. This is my lesson in deep surrender and trust in that the universe has the most infinite desire for my joy and my expansion and my well-being. And when I'm in that knowing, everything is magnificent and it's beautiful. Even the stuff that's uncomfortable, I recognize the perfection in it. And there is a deep peace in that trust that really doesn't come from anything else. So, anyway, wanted to update you guys on what's going on for my journey personally. Not a lot is happening in the physical. Once I'm on the road, there's going to be some really fun videos coming. I don't think you guys want to see the craziness that's going on in my house and the packing and the drama. So, I mean, some of you might thrive on that. You know, reality TV is a booming business. But I might make some more videos. Like my practice, I'm diving deep into my practice. Deep. I am working on, I just got this book, Witchery. I'm really excited for this, and I really feel like this is a very synchronistic thing because the other deck that I purchased around Witchery that just came out, I didn't even realize it was by the same author, and I was like, that's crazy. And I also follow them on TikTok as well, which I didn't realize, and like within a day, I realized like all of them were by the same people, and I'd just been drawn to them separately, and I was like, that's so crazy. So really excited about that. I've been working with my altar so much more and my deities, and everything is expanding. So if you guys are interested in that piece of my journey, let me know. I have talked a little bit about it. But because I am just beginning on a lot of that journey, especially with the witchcraft aspect, which is an aspect I'm owning from past lives and just in my journey, it's been a very potent desire and a very potent draw that I've had resistance to, and so I'm really leaning into that and wanting to do more research on it. I don't want to bring a lot of that to you guys yet because, again, I'm on the beginning of that journey, and I like to bring stuff to you that I've worked on and worked through, and I like showing my journey on things, but I want to like have some knowing and awareness before I bring it to you guys. So I am exploring that. So I'm sure in the future there will be content around that, potentially. I do feel like right now that's going to be a solo journey for me, so it might become a very private aspect of my life, but I love sharing with you guys, so I'm sure it's going to come through in different ways. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to follow my journey on other platforms, all of those are down in the description down below, along with my Etsy shop where I do personal readings, if you would like a personal reading. Also on my Instagram, I am doing live streams where I do readings for people, $10 readings, so they're very inexpensive and you can get a reading live with me. Or if you would like a private reading, that's in my Etsy shop. And I also have my Patreon, if you would like to support me on my journey more consistently. So all of those are down below along with some other things, so definitely go check those out. I will be putting different aspects of my journey on the different platforms because obviously they're different media. So if you want the full journey, if that interests you, I would definitely follow me on those other platforms because they're just different ways of sharing knowledge and information and the journey. And of course, you know, pictures are different and little videos are different. So definitely go check all those out if that interests you. I've loved connecting with all of you on the different platforms. It's been absolutely amazing. I love when you guys go to different platforms like, oh, I found you here. Oh, I found you here. Like, it's so fun. I'm really getting to know a lot of you, which has been amazing. A lot of you are saying you're excited for my journey, which of course is so amazing. It's such an amazing support. But I'm excited to even more to share with you what's going on. So thank you so much for that. You are all beautiful. I'm excited that we're all on this journey together. Even though we're on it separately, you know, that's the experience we're having. We're all in this together because we're all one collective consciousness. So it's really quite magical. So thank you for your journey. Thank you for your dedication to your journey and to decide to incarnate here with the rest of the collective. That's really amazing. So you are beautiful and I appreciate you. Thank you for being another me, a mirror of my journey, 2222. And thank you for letting me be a mirror in your reality in this life. Thank you so much for that. So many blessings, you guys. You're amazing. Namaste. And don't forget, it is all about the soul journey. Bye.